back. Welcome back, everyone. This is another lecture in the entrepreneur, or another part 9, the serial of the entrepreneur. And here we go to another part, but let me share the screen first. We go for the another part. We'll talk about the difference between the manager and the entrepreneur. Difference between manager and entrepreneur. How the entrepreneur should be, and how should we work, and how the manager also, when you compare the manager and entrepreneur, how this looks like. Actually, the manager is here and the entrepreneur is here, and we will discuss the difference, the dimensions of differences between both of them here. So the primary motives for the managers are promotion, other traditional corporate rewards, promotion, rewards, office staff, and the power. Power means his place in the organization. Like whenever he gets more responsibilities, he got more authority. These are the things or the motives for the manager, like any manager. But in entrepreneurship, the situation is different because in entrepreneurship, a guy is or a man or a woman, whatever, is investing and they put money in a project and they want it to succeed. So they don't care too much about the promotion and about the rewards, but they care about the independence, the opportunity to create the money. So these are the motives. My motives because I'm entrepreneur. I just want to succeed. I want to see my company larger and so on. So I don't care too much about the promotions. I don't care too much about the power. I don't care too much about the office stuff, but I care about the opportunity to succeed and create more money. Time orientation. The second point, managers usually have short time orientation. Short time orientation. Meeting quotas, budgets weekly, monthly, quarterly. So they are just like employer, like employee. They are working just for others. For that reason, they don't care so much about the time orientation because it's here short term. But here in the entrepreneur, survival and to achieving 5 to 10 years growth of business. Always the entrepreneur, because he's an owner of a business, an owner of a business, he owns a business. For that reason, he cares too much about long run achievements. He'll care too much about the long run achievements, and that's why we find them looking forward always to achieve a high level of profits. And this is not only on the short run, but also on the long run. The functional style for the managers. What is the functional style? They delegate power. They supervise more than direct involvement. They don't involve, they just give orders, involve just a little bit, but not too much, no too much involvement. But here, no. The entrepreneur, because this is his money, so we are expecting from him that he is having a direct involvement. He's involving in the work directly. He don't wait, or he don't point with his finger, or he don't go and say, "Hey, you guys do this." No, no, no. He is working with the others because this is simply his money. Risk appetite. In for managers of any project, the risk is very low because why should I take the risk? I'm taking my salary at the end of the month. I'm taking my pay. Everything is regular. Everything is stable. So why? I'm talking about the managers here. I'm talking about the managers here. So they don't care so much about the risk to be risk taker. But here, no, 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 no. The other side, the entrepreneur, no, he cares too much about. He's very, very risk lover, and he know how to handle the risk, and he try always to handle the risk and to deal with the risk and consider the risk as kind of a challenge. Notice that I said before that risk is a amount, unexpected results. Risk is unexpected, unhappy results. It's like losses. But he is always taking advantage, is looking for risky projects. Risky projects means the expected returns from them is not hopefully what we want. Sometimes I just want to earn 1 million, but I will earn only 10,000. So the risk here is the gap between what is expected and what is actual. This we call it risk. Also, risky products, that products which has more risk than the others. By other meaning, the risky projects are those who are exposed to failure, or they have a lot of problems and need challenges to solve it to succeed. These are the meanings of the risk. So the risk appetite for the manager is very low, but the risk appetite for the entrepreneur is moderate risk taker or more than moderate. Follows dreams with decisions, deals with mistakes and failures. He usually deal with mistakes and failure. How about the attitude? Attitude of the manager. The attitude of the manager. How about it? It's conservative. He's always conservative. He's always like a mild person. He doesn't go to the extreme right or extreme left. Hierarchical. Hierarchical means position, his position in the organization, where he is. The hierarchical is kind of organizations we see like in the army, in the church, and anything that goes in order from the higher level of organization structure into the lower level of the organizational structure. Status conscious attitudes also as well. So this is of the attitudes here are very conservative. And for the manager, for the manager, the attitudes are very conservative. But for the entrepreneur, different things are different. So here, no concern about status simple. So it doesn't matter so much about one case, or he's not stable, or he's not just going on one way, because he must be flexible and must he change based on the circumstances around him or around her. He should change his situation towards risk also by other meaning. So the attitudes here are not that stable attitudes, or we can say that it's conservative. No, it's not conservative. I'm talking about the entrepreneur. His attitudes are not conservative. Decision-making styles. Decision-making means, like I said before, when we say decision-making, that means one thing. How to take a decision that means that you only choose one alternate among all the other alternatives. You will have to choose only one alternate. Decision-making starts with a problem, to recognize the problem. Then you look for solutions for the problem, like I said before. You look for solutions or the alternates. After this, you have to evaluate each alternate. You have to evaluate each alternate, means the pros and cons of each alternate. Then you will choose the best alternate. Then you will employ this alternate, put it into action. Then you will have a feedback about this alternate, how it works or no. Did it work very well or didn't work very well? For the manager, take the safest paths. Always, let's say like this, tries to push decision-making to others. He delegated because he don't want mistakes. He doesn't want mistakes. To be able to avoid blame in case of failure. So in case of failure, he would say, no. This is not my decision. This is the decision of the people who are working with me. I delegate for them the authorities, and they make the decision like this. Follows the wishes of higher management. That is the decision-making style. But the decision-making style for the entrepreneur is independent in decision-making, takes bold decisions with calculated risk in favor of higher profit potential. He's looking always for the profit. For that reason, when he makes a decision, he's trying to maximize his outcomes or maximize his revenues. He's trying to maximize his revenues as much as he can. These are the differences between the manager and the entrepreneur. And I will just put a question right now here of today. Then what are the differences? Compare. We will say here, compare between a manager and an entrepreneur in shed of what you learn. Instead of what you learn. Compare between a manager and entrepreneur instead of what you learn. Shall stop here like around 5 minutes to take the answers of you guys about this question because it's very important. And like I showed you before, the answer is here. And you can Google search as well. No answer needed to be sent in the chat box or in the 12 at the moment, but I need you to just write it down inside your notes. What is the difference between the manager and the entrepreneur? And like I told you, these are all the differences between the manager and the entrepreneur. Shall stay here for around 5 minutes before we move to the other lecture. Thank you. So today we talk about compare between a manager and an entrepreneur instead of what you are. And we said that this is the answer here in front of you guys here. The motives are different, the orientation, time orientation is different, the functional style is different, the risk appetite is different, the attitudes are different, and decision-making style is different in both of the manager and the entrepreneur. Shall see you in the next lecture. Thank you. Shall see you in the next part.